And welcome to my long-awaited TNA Impact Wrestling review. And oh my God, this is pretty much the big night of them all. January the 7th, people. Destination America, as they finally debuted on their new channel, pretty much kicking off the entire show with pretty much everybody getting a car to meet them at the bus out front to go to the Impact Zone, or Destination Impact as they call it, as they welcome everybody to the new channel. And when they get in the bus, James Storm was talking about the revolution. It's gonna go on now. Also, pretty much Bobby Roode talked about it's time to make an impact tonight because he loves his locker room. They're showing why we're the best professional wrestlers in the world. And MVP says new network, new same TNA, so it's gonna be a lot of changes now, and everybody's gonna do it. And then when everybody get off the bus, pretty much, I guess it's like the faces and the heels face together. And as Bobby Roode came up into Bobby Lashley's face and held the title up, and pretty much Kenny King said, "Forget this, it's seek and destroy time, baby." Pretty much Kenny King laid the first punch on Bobby Roode, and everybody just started brawling all over the place into the arena. The crowd was going nuts, saying this is awesome. Josh Matthews and Taz were on commentary, and pretty much it's everybody in the entire arena brawled, from the Hardys to Magnus to the Revolution, Bobby Roode, Lashley, MVP, Kenny King, Terrence Terrell, Havoc, Gail Kim, and the beautiful people, Rockstar Spud, Crazy Steve. You didn't know who was gonna brawl next, but it was everywhere. Until Kurt Angle came out and says, "Whoa, hold on, security, what are you doing? This is the Manhattan Center. This is TNA." And pretty much he told everybody that was the champion out there, Terrence Terrell, Storm and Abyss, Low-Key, all your titles on the line tonight. Every single one of them. And then MVP got in the ring, in which the fans pretty much started chanting MVP, "Shut the fuck up," really loudly. They pretty much did that. And he says, "Are you done being the director of operations?" And he pretty much turned his back on and said, "You're not going to do nothing," he says. And he says, "You're not the same man like you were in 1996. You're not even," he says, "in 2015, Angle has no balls," he says. And Angle pretty much says, "I'm stepping down as executive director of operations." And now he is an active wrestler and back on the roster. And he says it's going to be a street fight with him and MVP right now. So, yeah, I gotta say, great way to kick off this show. Nothing like Raw with 20-minute talking segments. You had to open up the show. The entire roster's out there brawling with each other. Kurt Angle didn't win against MVP in a street fight. Pretty much they fought in street clothes. Good match. The fans really chanting MVP. Said that was pussy. Pretty much saying that. And pretty much said MVP, something like that, penis or something. But it was kind of funny. And pretty much Kurt Angle was hit the angle slam, won the match. The fans chanted, "You still got it," and pretty much was in the back and everything. So the crowd was just going nuts out there. The crowd was chanting anything. The brawl had them all hyped up. And then pretty much MVP asked King what's gonna happen. He said he's gonna go tell Lashley why he's champion. And pretty much Matthews and Taz told him that Dick Shaw said his cameras everywhere. Everything was in the back. Cameras all over the place. And then went to EC3 and Tyrus, as he said, pretty much, "You guys haven't had a camera on me since." And he told Tyrus to go get Rockstar Spud because it's going to continue. He says he's going to told him to secure the target. I guess he's still coming for Rockstar Spud's hair. And it was the announcement came back. Taz and Matthews were there, but they made an announcement. Mike Tenay is not done. Mike Tenay is not going anywhere. Although he may not be on commentary, which I am kind of disappointed that he's not on commentary. I wish they would have kept at least all three of them on commentary. I think that would have been better if they kept them on there. But Mike Tenay was in the back talking about Unlocked for Saturday morning. He'll be hosting. And I guess he's still doing backstage interviews with people. So Mike Tenay is still active in TNA, and he's still going. Maybe one day they'll bring him back on commentary, and I hope they do. It's still quite time to see if Josh Matthews can do good on commentary. He's doing all right, but I just think they could have just kept Mike Tenay on there and just kept all three of them. I don't know why they took him off commentary for. Come on, he's been there for years, people. And he interviewed James Storm in the Revolution. He said it's gonna be a revolution. He said, and pretty much as he led his group for greatness and so leaving God, and they have definitely said you should have been reminded about me. Even though this whole whatever Bray Wyatt thing, whatever it is, hey, at least he's leading something around here. As Storm and Abyss came out to face the Wolves for the tag team championships, the crowd went nuts. Got the marks on their chest and pretty much did like four suicide dives outside of the ring, taking out Abyss and Storm. And pretty much they went on to brawl. Mannequin Sonata got in, but the Hardys were out there watching. Pretty much did Twisted Fate and Side Effect on them. But then when Jeff and Abyss were tugging on that rope, Abyss knocked in one of the Wolves, and Storm hit the kick and won, instead retained the tag team championships. MVP was talking to Lashley, saying, "I made you, Lashley. I built you. What are you doing?" and stuff. And pretty much he said, "This isn't about you. This is about me and getting that title back." Jeremy Borash was in the ring talking about first show, Destination America, big night, until EC3 came out and he talked about facts and he talked about he just say, and everybody say, "You can't wrestle. I'm very good." And I think people are gonna say, "You suck dick" and everything. And he said, "You guys are a rowdy bunch." And then when he got in the ring, they was chanting, "You can't wrestle. Yes, he can. You can't wrestle. Yes, he can." And then pretty much they chant for Rockstar Spud, and he told Tyrus to get Spud, and Spud was trying to fight back at Tyrus, like being dragged down the ring, and he had a clippers, and he said, "Let the scalping begin." And JB says, "Don't you think this is enough?" And pretty much he told JB to step down, but JB slapped him, but for some reason the camera was never even on it when he slapped him, so that was kind of odd what happened there, why the camera wasn't on him. But then they started, pretty much Tyrus beat up Brodus Clay, whatever, pretty much splashed JB, and then pretty much he held Spud back as when and EC3 tore off some of JB's head, clipped some of it off in the middle. So wow, that was kind of a hard thing to do right there. So that's why. So he pretty much shaved his head and left him in there. Pretty much booed at him. So wow, I'm very surprised that went down. And MVP pretty much and Kinky said he put his hands on you, so we're supposed to fight them at each other. So something's gonna happen there. Low-key when he gets Austin Edge for the X Division title, which I'm glad they did get. They did mention Ring of Honor as Low-key was I believe he was the first ROH champion. So they did mention that, and they played a video package about the X Division title. People who have held it from AJ Styles to the Motor City Machine Guns to Kazarian, Daniels, Jerry Lynn, Aries, multiple people, and it's pretty much as the match went on, the crowd pretty much started chanting pretty much he said everybody started chanting Austin and Aries, let's go Low-key, Austin and Aries, let's go Low-key. And it was a great match, put the X Division on. Yeah, pretty much Austin Aries hit the brain buster, became the new X Division champion, winning the match. And it was a good way to give the X Division some time, kind of building back up, make them important again. It's been a while since they've been on TV, so hopefully the X Division becomes as big as they used to be, and this can go into a great direction. The beautiful people came out there for the Battle Royale, and pretty much DJ Z and pretty much invited back Robbie E, who is back after the Amazing Race. He said he didn't win the $1 million, but he's back, and I got rid of my ex-girlfriend. So it was a battle for them to the Knockouts title, and a new TNA Knockout title Taryn Terrell has now. Pretty much people in there from the beautiful people, beautiful people, Gail Kim, Taryn Terrell, Havoc, Madison Rain, Rebel, and pretty much during the match, Brooke came out and attacked Robbie E, and as the match went on, pretty much the final three were Havoc, Gail Kim, and Taryn Terrell. Taryn Terrell was pretty much eliminate both of them, but then after that, Havoc attacked them, kept beating on until everything went black. And then when the lights came back on, holy shit, the crowd went, holy shit, Awesome Kong is back in TNA, people. I didn't even believe my eyes because I remember she talked bad, said she was never going to come back and everything, but to do that, but she's back in TNA, and there was a lot of problems with her, but it's good she's back. And come on, Kong versus Havoc, that sounds like a great match, and many people kind of good to see Kong face people again in this show. So Awesome Kong is back in TNA. The crowd loved it. They went nuts. She choke slammed the referee. Everybody just went holy shit chants all over the place. They went nuts for Awesome Kong, people. Nuts. And I was surprised that she even came back to TNA, but it was a hell of a moment. Bobby Roode went against Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Pretty much as the match went on, the match was going, and they showed a screen and decided, pretty much MVP and Kenny King had these two guys in masks, and they beat up security in the back, so something was going to happen and go down. The match went on, pretty much going into a very great match. The crowd was into it, really going for Bobby Roode in this match. But pretty much, damn, MVP and Kenny King came out with two other guys in these masks and knocked down the referee. Kurt Angle tried to come save him, but he got outnumbered. And then when they surrounded the ring, they took off the mask, and it was Low Key and Samoa Joe. The crowd was somewhat surprised, but Eric Young tried to come with the save with a chair, but Eric Young hit he hit Bobby Roode with the chair, and then Lashley speared Roode and won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I don't know how this is going to go, since now I guess Low Key and Joe and Eric Young get healed. And we've seen Eric Young heal, and sometimes it doesn't work out half the time. I don't know why the first show they come back on the new network. We got to have these run-ins and stuff, and I know I was just going to have a great match. It was a great match until the end, but I will say this, it was kind of better than Raw last Monday. We can say that. At least we got a lot of big surprises. The crowd was into this show. They weren't sitting on their hands like they did on Raw. And I gotta say, they went great on this show. Live show, first night back, New York City, Manhattan Center. So I gotta say, it was a great show. A hell of a show. So I just gotta say, maybe TNA is gonna go more into this. It wasn't, it always like watching a real sports show, people say. So there was a lot of hits on this show tonight. You got awesome combat, 2 title changes, even though the ending just wasn't that much, but it was what it was. Title matches, Kurt Angle's back. We're on Destination America. It's a new network, new time, live. So I gotta say, I believe they went out tonight, and because I was really hoping like they better not screw themselves tonight. You got one chance. This is your rebirth. This is the reboot. I gotta say that you gotta come back hard after months of being gone, or a month, or whatever how long they've been gone. After playing all these best of shows for the past month now in TNA with the best of 2014, the top 20 all-time moments. As Dixie Carter said, still trying to get people back into TNA, and there's still the Team 3D's contract pending. If Bully Ray and them will come back, maybe, kind of hopefully so they come back. I was wondering if they were going to show up tonight, but I don't know. Next week, January 16th, which they will be on their new time slot, Friday nights now, I believe, and got to unlocked on Saturday morning with Mike Tenay. So I don't know how this will go and how long they'll keep doing this, but maybe one day Mike Tenay, like I said, will be back on commentary again. So gotta say, they really did show out tonight. Great episode of TNA Impact. It's been a while. It's good that they're back. So once again, it's me, the HOOD. Come here with the news and reviews. You know what I am, you know what I do. The show, here I go with the flow. It's today, it's TNA. So you know how it goes. Hey, it's Impact Wrestling. I gotta say that. So hey, we'll see you next week on TNA, and tell me what you thought about this show tonight. They're back. Destination America. If you can't find it, check the replay. I'm out here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.